Hello, hey guys. I'm on the test server. Yeah, there's some really cool stuff on here. I need to tell you guys about it. It's still in testing phase. Nothing's final, but they're just testing stuff. It's about your stats and your roles, all that good stuff. This will affect you if you're a freeform or an archetype. It's just that freeforms have choice, whereas archetypes are kind of stuck with your role and your stats and all that stuff. Initial stats, not like your gear you can change. But anyway, let's just keep going. Okay, so overview. It changed the stats. Now, first, you'll notice that you have a little bit more energy. The base energy, instead of it being, like the equilibrium, like where energy settles at, used to be 23. Now it's 33. You get 10 more. That's pretty neato. But let's go to the stats now. Strength. Still does melee damage. It also gives bonus healing and knock resistance and all that good stuff. And that's my primary stat. You only have one primary stat, and you have two secondary stats. Your secondary stats only give you, like, I think half damage as your primary would. Or not half, I don't really know, I don't remember. I have to look it up again, but it's okay. See, strength gives me 32 damage strength, whereas dexterity, my secondary super stat, gives me 23 damage strength. But then I have this one, it gives me 14 damage strength because I don't have as much recovery as I do dexterity. It's a little confusing. That's okay. I'll just hang on a minute. This will probably be a better idea of how to show you. So your primary stat, which is strength, and then I pick these secondary stats. So they still increase as you level, just like they used to, but you don't get as much. You get like 40, I think, instead of like 80. So it's a little different. So that's exciting. Dexterity no longer does crit severity anymore. They put it back to where it just does crit chance. It also gives you some bonus healing. I think, why am I getting bonus healing? I don't know. I'll find out later. And Constitution still gives you health. Intelligence still reduces the amount of energy stuff takes and the cooldown. Ego doesn't do any crit severity anymore or anything like that. It just does range damage. Kind of like Strength does melee damage, Ego does range damage, and also helps against holds, resistance, and knockback strength. Sorry, range knock strength. Like, I guess that's knockback from range attacks, I'm guessing. Yeah, okay. Presence doesn't do anything for threat anymore, just gives you hold strength and crowd control resistance. Makes your hold and work better. Recovery still does the same thing. Your energy stuff, blah, blah, blah. Endurance gives you max energy. Now the builds, the roles are different. As you can see, they have different names. They kind of tell you what they are instead of just like, because I forgot what they were, like Brawler and Sentinel and stuff. I mean, these actually tell you what they're for. Like Tank is for tanking. When you change roles, it actually changes how you perform. That's why they took threat off presence, because they put threat on tank. See, it gives you 100%, 110% more threat, gives you more control, and you get more energy from blocking. So the max energy and equilibrium are like 80% of what you have instead of the 100% what you would have. So you lose a little bit of energy and equilibrium. And your super stats increase your threat generation and damage. So the more super stats you have, the more threat you have, and the more damage you do. So it also gives you more health and all that stuff. Hybrid. See, everything is exactly the same. So, except for this role causes your super stats to increase all damage and to increase healing you do. So hybrid increases damage and healing. That's exciting. Melee damage is the DPS like Brawler used to be, but it increases your damage by 125%. Melee damage, energy building strength 110%. Threat is only 90%. Control power strength is only 80% of what it is, and it causes your super stats to increase all damage you deal and reduce your threat generation to a lesser degree. So Then you have range damage, which is the same thing as melee, but it's ranged. Range damage is 125%, energy building strength is 130, threat is 90, control power strength is 80%. It also causes your super stats to increase all damage you deal and reduces your threat generation. Then you have support, which increases your healing by 125%. Your energy and recovery are 200% of what they are. Your control power strength is 125, your threat is 90, your damage is reduced to 90%. It also causes your super stats to increase all healing you do, increases damage you deal, and reduce your threat generation. So they put all that stuff in the rolls, except instead of like your stats, you know. So that's pretty exciting, neato stuff. I can't think of anything else to show. Powers are different. This only really affects freeforms because the way it is. But you don't have to get, let's see, you have your energy builder and then you have tier 1, then you have to get your tier 2. You can get your tier 2 power without getting your tier 1 power. So, yeah, it's not really much for silver players because I don't think they have a choice on when they get stuff. Put that back on there. So that's about it. Yeah. I know there's more stuff, I just can't think of it right now. But that's basically basically it. They're also going to change the way gear is made. It kind of stinks, they already have my gear already, but they're going to make it to where it doesn't matter. Like if you notice with your offense, defense, and utility, only certain stats can be found within offense, and I don't know what they are on top of my head, but they're making it where you can find any stat you want on any piece of gear, so you don't have to like, I don't know, it's supposed to be easier to get to gear that way. And they're going to be adding like plus offense and stuff like that. I think that's what they're doing. I can't remember. It's in the forums, but you have to be a gold member to see it. So, but yeah, that's it. So the exciting things. Oops. If you have any questions, let me know. I can try to answer them. If not, then hopefully this video will help somewhat. Just, there you go. I need to go to bed, I'm tired. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. And maybe have some neato next time, huh? Yeah, okay. Ooh, okie dokie.